So we're just going to try and find out papers. There we go, Canada girls, BC Elite taking on Fiji girls. This will be a cracker. My name is Bevan Jenkinson, alongside me, Nick Bakulich. How are we going, Nick? First time you and I. No, I've got dead air. What's going on? I've got nothing in my headphones.
The other two plus the bibs.
Well, welcome back, everyone. We just had some technical difficulties here, and if you've just joined us, conversion successful there by Canada girls, who take the early lead at 7-0. Very exciting start to this game, Bevan.
Yeah, some quick passing there from the Canadians. I was carrying on commentating till we got some sound back. Just so, and the passing was just exquisite.
Well, there we go. Some expert commentary there from Bevan Jenkinson as we see the Fijians looking to spread the ball just outside their own 22. Ball's been regathered, but referee adjudicates a knock-on there.
Yeah, well, the Fijians, earlier this morning, I think we saw they had a very slow start with no possession. And it's starting to happen this way for them now. But 7-0, only early stage of this game, plenty of time in a game of sevens.
Yeah, the Canadians will certainly look to come back after a very close quarter-final loss to New Zealand Māori. They'll be certainly looking to make amends. Ball won there by the Canadians. And, unfortunately, spill of the ball knock on there by Amelia Gordon. Much to the relief of the Fijians, who get to feed to this scrum. Margaret Tapua Nitonga will feed this for Fiji girls. Early.
Oh, a very early push there by the Canadians, just not waiting for that feed.
Yeah, Tapua Nitonga taps and goes. Finally brought down inside the Canadian half, but the person standing at halfback didn't see that the ball was already out, but thankfully Fiji have regathered. Ball taken up there by Langi.
Offside call there from the Canadians. Yeah, the Fijians just blew over that ruck and left the ball behind. The Canadian girls had every rights to come round, but just couldn't pick it up.
Fiji on the break again with Langi making a decisive little run there. Spread out right, but they come back to the left through Marama. He's been brought down. Ball's there. Oh, she had her eyes. The eyes were wide open.
Yeah, she had two white lines to go to get past before she could put it down, but couldn't quite get over the first one, the 22.
Silvia Tuisese saw the heavens open, but unfortunately just not low to the ground enough to have a clean pickup. Canada girls, BC, feet to the scrum as they look to attack down the blind. Cutting back inside though is Gordon. Gordon beats one, she offloads. Nice long pass out to the left, it's gone to ground but it's gone backwards. Picked up there by Romero. There she goes, Lucy Romeo. Oh, but there's been a foot in touch.
Oh no!
The line's AR's got his flag up.
I'm looking at the TV, which only gives, you know, what everyone sees at home, and well picked up there, Nick. That yeah, the head definitely went back, and I was thinking, what was the call? Because she was all by herself.
Romeo.
Well, we're out there, Romeo, that time.
One fist in the air in celebration, but unfortunately a toenail on the far side. Fiji will throw to this line out midway, halfway in 10-metre line. Scrappy, but won by Fiji. So they look to shift out to this left-hand side. Carried there by Lungi. Passes it off down to the right-hand side. They've got players out there stretching the Canadian defence, cutting back inside and going through. Finally brought down by the Canadian defence and offloads. Brought down again. Fijian players arriving. Referees called time.
You might just have a talk to the AR and see what the assistant referees seen, if anything. Was a little, I think she may have been held up a little bit. But
referees awarded the try.
I think that's fair. I think she was only held up for a split second and got the grounding down in the end. Some great passage of play there by the Fijians. Left a big hole in the Canadians' defence. And well rewarded with that. 7-5 kick to come.
Yeah, you certainly can't go to sleep when the Fijians have got ball in hand. I imagine Canada will be very much alert to that. Look to tighten up their play. Some substitutions made by the Canadians.
Conversion successful, 7 apiece.
Yes, we're even Stevens in this one. Two very good teams. Canada making some changes with Gillis coming off and Olivia Dekova, like Vancouver, I've been told.
Okay, thank you. We've got finally got a confirmation on that pronunciation.
Yes, we had a quick chat before the game. Canada on attack. Bring the ball back up towards the 10-metre line. Nice strong run here. Deep inside the Fijian half. She'll go all the way. They won't stop her. Fancy Bermudez Chavez. Well, just like that, the Canadians have struck back.
Yes, we'll just have a look at that replay, and I believe what Fancy Bermudez Chavez has just done exactly what the Fijians did to the Canadians a second ago, straight through the middle, smallish hole, and away she went. 12-7 kick to come. And the conversion makes it 14-7 at half-time between Canada girls and the Fijian girls.
Wow, what a half. We've seen play go from one side of the field to the other. We certainly can't blink, because you'll be missing out.
Well, we blinked at the start of the game and missed the start of the game almost, actually. It was one of the quickest transitions I've seen in sevens between games. Absolutely nothing wrong with that, though. And, yeah, it has been non-stop since the start. I don't think either team will be too disappointed with their first half, Nick.
No, not at all. Probably just obviously just the tackling department, people falling off tackles. Like we said in the early, very close quarter-final loss. Same with Fiji girls. I mean, they've both still got a lot to play for. They've come a long way to play in this tournament. And they've obviously got a lot of people back home that are supporting them and are tuning in into this live coverage. Bula Vinaka to our friends up there who are viewing this via Fiji TV. And those up in the Americas who are also tuning in to our live coverage today.
Through Flow Rugby.
Yes, indeed. The World School Sevens brought to you in association with Sky Sport New Zealand, GJ Gardner, Holmes, Howick Local Board, and Inspire. Great to see the ball girls out there, Bev.
It is, but they've got to get off the field in a hurry, I think, because the game's about to start.
Ball girls brought to us through Pakuranga Rugby Club. Fiji start us off with a nice kick down to the Canadian half as the Canadians. Number of interchange passes here. There she goes again. She's the danger.
Away.
Fancy Bermudez. Chavez being chased, but they won't get her. Well, just like how the first half had ended, it started the same way with Fancy Bermudez Chavez scoring, and we'll have a look again on the replay. Talk us through it there, Bev.
Yeah, just off the kickoff, it was well possessed, well passed through, and just another hole found by Fancy Bermudez Chavez, and we have a
19-7 with the kick to come, and that's successful. So they extend their lead, Canada girls, 21, Fiji 7.
Second half.
Well, the contrast, isn't it? You know, just what the coach wanted, and certainly not what the Fijian coach wanted. But still, let's not discount Fiji.
Oh, no, we all know what a Fijian side can do. Yeah. And nothing like a hurt horse to fire back quick.
Well, that kick from Gordon has
hit our heads.
Gone astray.
One of the referees on the sideline not doing very well. Well, at least his kick was a lot better than his catching skills.
Well, yes, Detective Sergeant Sultan. I'll look after his hamstring if I was him. There's not much of it. Fiji, tap and go. They'll go through the middle. Player brought down there, but play in front. They'll tap and go again through Erasito. Fiji on attack. Oh, look at that.
Oh, the show and go herself. Oh, she's away.
The Globetrotter. Oh, has she held on to it? Yes, she has.
Margaret Turbino Toga has got there in the end. We'll have a look at this replay, though, because that is definitely worth watching.
Ooh.
As just the pop over the top, the Canadian girls tried to shadow it across, left that big hole open this time. And I think she started to fall and might have just got one around the chops. That might be the issue.
Looks like they haven't taken the kick, I think.
Well, we've seen this a lot from Fiji. I think the conversion will be taken now.
21-12 with the kick to come. Successful. They're certainly back into it. We've got a 7-point game on our hands.
Having a look at Turbine Toga down at the end goal, though, I think she's twisted her leg or her knee or something. She did fall very awkwardly as she went in for the try. I do hope she's okay, though.
Yep, Margaret Tabua Nitonga, unlikely to carry on this match. She has been replaced as Fiji restart the game. Canada switch on forward. There's another one of their players, Olivia De Kova, being chased, but she's certainly got the wheels to go all the way. And under the black dot she goes.
Oh, that hurts you as a coach, doesn't it? You've just scored a try. As we'll have a look at that replay of the Canadians hitting straight back from the kickoff. It was gathered quite well and almost held in the tackle. And then Dekova, just enough gas to go around the outside. Easy does it. And the conversion, I think Nick has just come off the left uprights and then inside. Successful. The score now is 26-14 once you do your maths right.
Well, look, we identified earlier that Olivia Dakova was going to be a player to watch. She certainly had a great day yesterday. They didn't start her in this game, and they brought her on, and now they've actually just taken her back off again. So perhaps just saving her for the last game.
The correct score is 26-14.
(26-14), Canada lead Fiji. Still lots of time in this game, though. 2 minutes and sevens can sometimes be seem like a
We've seen
lifetime.
You've seen 2 tries in a minute, haven't you? At times in sevens, so
Easy.
the clock is always always a friend of the team in front, though. So the Canadian girls will certainly try and use that to their advantage, but they don't currently have the ball at the moment. There's Fiji with it.
Oh, strong scrum there by Canada, but Fiji able to regather their own ball as they break out down this right-hand flank. Keeping it close is Fiji. And a little knock on. Well, that's just come from the pressure, really, from the Canadian defence.
Yeah, there was one girl in there that just went in very quick, read the play very well, and tackled the player as she received it, and has forced that knock on. So that is definitely what the Canadian coaches will want. Yeah,
rush defence, is probably what you need to do against a dangerous team like Fiji. And it certainly worked for the Canadians of the pressure. Canada come to the blind side through Gordon. Amelia Gordon!
Oh.
Wow! Eye of the needle. Amelia Gordon, well, we'll have a look at this replay. It all came from a scrum. And a strong platform indeed for Amelia Gordon. There she goes, weaved herself through 2 defenders, and there's certainly no way they're going to catch her that close to the line.
Well, Josiah and I touched it on earlier that, good conversion. Score now 33-14. Decided to do some maths myself. That's your fault, Nick. Me having to work out my maths there.
Well, all of a sudden the score's blown out. The Canadians, there's no questioning that they've got lots of gas in the tank.
Yeah, the score's not reflecting what good game this has been. Definitely, though, as good as the Fijians have been, Canada will be the deserved winners of this one.
Amelia Gordon, the energy bunny, playing out of her skin.
Can you call her the pocket rocket? I mean, she's quite short, but she does pop up everywhere.
Fiji on attack. Oh, ball's been spilt though. Wow. And referee calls it game. Well, there you go. Canada, definitely the team finishing much stronger as they've come away with a victory. 33 points to Fiji girls 14.